Hi guys, Sarah the Northwoods Stitcher here with my GoPro. This is how dorky I look with this thing on my head. I'm going to try to film a regular video, but later I'm going to have this attached to my head to try to show you how to do the watercolor pencil greeting cards that I like to play with. Some really simple images. I thought that would be fun to try to do. Get the imprint of the camera off my head. I have been stitching again, and it's going okay with the cat in the house. I do have a new place to hide my floss when I'm working with a bunch of floss and I'm sitting in my chair. I just tuck it into my bra. I pull it out when I need to pull some string off. The rest of it stays in a bag. I'm teaching him not to sit on my project bags. It's a struggle. He's 5 months old. He's feeling fine. He did go for his rabies shot on Monday, which made him a little logy that afternoon. And the same day, we had to take Abby in for another ear infection. So I'm really concerned about her ear. I'm not too happy with the plan that the doctor has for treating this. And she's not feeling very good today, so I'm a little upset for her. Other than that, I wanted to show you a lot of goodness today while everybody's sleeping it off downstairs. And I have lots to show you, both stitch related. We're doing the spinning wheel today to see who won the copy of the chart Mend by Hands On Design. This was a donated chart by my friend Soupy, or Sophia. And I have to say, there were 120 people I had to add to my wheel. So it's a lot of work. But this is such a cute design. We'll be spinning for that. I have a finish, fully finish. I have some starts, and I have a new magazine. I have Happy Mail. I have some thrift store finds. I have some... Do I have a dump find? No, a yard sale find. So where do we start? I don't know. Oh, I want to do a shout out. I want to do a shout out to the two cross stitchers, Amy and Mary Lou. If you haven't gone to see their FLOSSTUBE, two crossed stitchers, you might want to hop over there. But I do have to give you all a warning. Keep a pad of paper and a pencil handy because they are going to be very bad for your wallet. I have a hard time watching them because every time I do, it costs me money. I am constantly shopping. They've got some great stitches. And I can't just keep adding to my 1, 2, 3 wish list. So I do some shopping after I watch them. So shout out to them. Dangerous, dangerous gals. Go visit them. Let's see. Let's do the wheel first and get that out of the way. I don't want to cause suspense. So this is the Hands On Design Block Party, and it does come with this cute little piece to go on the top, but you can use any kind of felted fabric to go on the top, or even a recycled piece of, I would say corduroy would be cute too, if you want to cut up a scrap of something. So that's awfully cute. The counting pins don't come with that, and I am going to do a tutorial about how I do my pins and how it comes to be, you know, how they're created and what I find to put on them. So let's pull up the wheel, the wheel of cross stitch. I know you were going to say fortune. So look how jam-packed that is. Isn't that incredible? Let's turn up the volume really loud. Here we go. Come on. Raven. Raven 61362. I have no idea what those numbers mean at the end. Raven, congratulations. Please drop me an email with your address at my Gmail email, which is the northwoodsstitcher@gmail.com. I'll put it up here. And I will get that off into the mail for you, and you'll be stitching it hopefully soon. That's really cool. Take a little screenshot. Save to photos. 120 people. That was a lot. I went to a yard sale before I took a trip up to camp. I found this really cute little sled. Just a wooden sled ornament. I'm going to repaint it, and I'm going to wait to repaint it depending on what I put on this. But what an adorable thing for a quarter. So that was a lot of fun to find. And when I got to hang out, we went to, I went to a Panera meetup in Augusta this past Saturday. Yes, this past Saturday. And I met up with Kara, who is the Granite State Stitcher. And she came all the way from New Hampshire. We had so much fun, but we did not have enough time to do everything on the list. But it was fun to find out that, yeah, we like the same kind of stuff. Yeah, we have plenty of things to do. She's going to come back, and hopefully we'll do a YouTube together, because she was a lot of fun. We went to an antique flea market mall kind of thing in Hollowell. I found a very strange thing. Yeah, I know. Why would you find that there? Because it's like a flea market in an antique store. These were 20 cents. These are the looped needle threaders. So, can you see the diagram? They're connected at each end, and you can push it together and it opens up so you can fit your thread through it. And then you just bead like a regular bead, and it just goes through very easily. So I'm going to use these for some beading. They are really long, which could be a problem for Mill Hills. I'm not sure yet. And I do think you can get them in shorter lengths, but don't quote me on that. But I think there's 6 in here. Yeah, 6 in the packet for 20 cents. I couldn't leave it there because I was really excited to find it. I do have to find a place to store all of my needles because they tend to be in different drawers now. I could have one container, that would be handy. I have a cute little finish. I worked on a Satsuma Street. I worked on Miss Witch. And I need to tell you guys, this was super fast to do. It took me 3 or 4 days. Very simple. I love doing it. It was a lot of fun. Isn't that cute? I'm going to be doing 2 of these. Now, this is the card or paper shape that they gave me. So I always wait to see how much I can spare to cut a piece of paper shorter or not. But I have found that I do like working with this magnetic frame to hold that paper. So I just went ahead with the same size paper that they gave me. So I cut it to fit, and I'll stitch my second one on here. I am waiting for some of these sequins. I don't have this lime green. I have an awful lot of sequins, but that seems to be the color I don't have. So I did find on Amazon, you are able to get a case or I don't know if it'll come in a case actually, a collection of 24 different sequins this size for under $9. I thought, okay, it had lime green. It also had this type of iridescent black sequin that kind of almost changes color when you hit the light, when it hits the light. So I didn't know, is this multicolored sequin? Do they call it rainbow? No, it's called black iridescent. So I think I have enough of these in the kit, but I didn't have enough of the lime green. And for the silver beads, I have tons of beads. For whatever reason, I didn't have silver. So I found these at Joann's, and they were $3 and something cents because they were 40% off. They are from the www.johnbead.com website. What size are they? I don't know, it's a 24-gram vial, but they're called platinum silver. So I was really happy to find that. Joann's did not have a big collection of sequins, so I thought, I'll just get my own collection going. I don't want to get this needle lost. Not that there's a kitten allowed up here, ever. So that is the Satsuma department. I'm going to do 2. And hopefully when I do a total of 3, I'll start to do the backings. Because if you remember, I did the spider already. So I want to do 3 of them. Because I actually want to gift them as a present to somebody. Not naming names. And I started... This was a fun start. Let me take it off. This is the Tiny Modernist, the Spooky Teapot. Now, I showed this in an earlier video. I bought this at the same time Kim bought hers. We were going to do these together. I have to poke her, see if she started hers. We both got malachite, which is fiber on a whim, a 28 count Lugana. And we decided, or I've decided, I don't know if she's committed to it yet, stitching 1/1. Wait to see how tiny it is. Ready? It's so small. I love it. But that's 1 thread over 1 square. So it's extremely taxing on the eyes. I did the whole teapot and a little steam ghost coming out. And I stopped because I thought, okay, I need a break, do something different for my eyes. I'll work on something bigger. But this was a lot of fun to do. But because it's 1/1, I can't exactly use 1 strand to do the back stitch. So I'm using just a sewing thread. Just I don't even know what it is. It's something I have in my sewing kit to do the black on the butterfly. And it came out. I hope it shows up on film okay. It's more brilliant, I think, in person than it is on film. So this is going to be a lot of fun. So, okay, I've done the little teapot. Now you can see how tiny this is going to be because there's not much else going on around it. I think from here, I'll work on the crow or the raven next. And then I'll take a break. And then after that break, I'll do the moon, the spider web, and then I'll start concentrating on the background vinage and pumpkins. So this is a really cute stitch. So that's my plan for Spooky Teapot. I had to do something Halloween-y. I'm in the mood for cold weather. I'm in the mood to sleep better. I don't sleep well in heat. So that went up to camp and I worked on it there. What's the other one? Oh, yeah. The big one. The big one. Next on the list, you watch the Hathaway Stitchers or Hathaway Sisters. You know that one of them is a designer, Boomerang Stitches. You can get Boomerang Stitches on Etsy. That's where I got this chart. This is Great White Christmas. And my friend Spools already did this, and it is fantastic. So I had to do it too. And I went with something else other than gray. I've got little notes here on here. So my friend Spools used DMC's 3750. I think that's what I'm using too. I don't know much about anything today. I have to look at everything. Keep thinking about how uncomfortable my puppy is. Yeah, I'm using 3750. So I went ahead and I bought 6 skeins, not knowing how many it would take. Because I don't think the chart told me. I don't know why I came up with 6. I can look at the chart in a second. Maybe it'll tell you. Let me take off the working charts. So I'm doing this. Is this an 18 count? Oh heavens. I think it's a 16 or 18 count white. I think it's going to be fantastic. It looks like a really cool, ugly sweater design. I mean, I'd wear this. But I really love this blue. I think it really helps it pop. So now I'm just going to concentrate on the water and I'll rotate it with something else. And this is my little floss bundle that I keep in my bra. Hey, whatever works, right? I might have to get pat down though if we go out in public. I do not attach needles to anything that goes in there. Oh, I almost lost my needle minder. Not good. And my working charts. Not good. All right. And I have actually kitted up some other Halloween designs. But I don't know when I'm going to start them. So I don't want to talk about them yet. I think I want to surprise you with them. It's something that I've talked about previously. And you guys know that I want to start it. So that'll be fun to finally get something working. So that was my shark, my teapot, the Satsuma. Oh, my finish. This was really cool. This has been sitting in my pile for so long. This is a la-di-da stitch called Wicked Witch. And I showed this frame in a previous video. It was this interesting mauve color. And it had something printed on the wood. I don't know what the sign said. Bless this house or something. And I thought originally, well, let's see what that orange looks like with that type of mauve. It was bad. So I went ahead and I just painted it with acrylic paint. Almost all the way around. I didn't do the back. And then I put this on foam board with with pins. I just pinned it to the foam board and then I kind of folded in the back origami style, taped the back. And when I stuck it inside this frame, because it has some depth to it, it's set in there very nicely. It's snug. It's not coming out. So then I decided I really don't like how plain it is. So what I did was I just tucked the pom-pom in between the foam board and the frame. So I literally just lined it up and with tweezers just went poke, 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 and it worked fine. It's not going anywhere. So I don't have any glue on here. Nothing is permanent. I can pop it out anytime I want. It's a little crooked on the bottom. But I'm not too concerned about that because that means it's homemade. But isn't that a cute stitch? And I love this shape because it can fit in so many places. So I was excited to get that done. Oh, and the frame was $2 at Goodwill. Yeah. If you call it a frame. The saying or the saying board, the sign board was $2 at Goodwill. So I'm happy to get that done. And this time I remembered to put information on the back. And before I started playing with it, I remembered to put a little hanger on the back. So it looks like I did everything in order. I did not write down what year I did this. It's not in my diaries or stitch books. It's not signed. I want to say I did it in 2019. And I have yet to figure out where the fabric information is. So it does say unknown fabric on the back. But it looks to be like a 28 count linen. It's really pretty. I have a feeling I did another Halloween stitch with this fabric, and this was like the remnant piece, and it was a long piece, and I thought, what can I put on a long piece? Ah, that chart. So when I pull out my Halloween stitches, I'll take a peek, see if I have the information somewhere. So, almost time for Halloween stitches. I can put this somewhere accessible. Happy Mail. I have lots of Happy Mail. Where should I start? I will start with my friend Lisa. She sent me a box. In the box, she sent me stamps. I know I don't need any stamps, but these, I actually didn't have these, so this is really exciting. So these are what we call in stamp world acrylic stamps. They're not mounted on a wood block. You call those wood stamps. So these I have plenty of room for because they're skinny. They fit like DVD covers. And you just peel one off, stick it on a block, and then stamp with it. So I have this real cute one under my umbrella. And it comes with a punch so I can make an umbrella shape. So that's going to be a lot of fun to play with. I can do rain or shine, you're always on my mind, showered with love, hello sunshine, it's your day, all kinds of things. I have Best Catch. Now there's a rubber band around it because there is a die set that comes with it. So any image that I stamp on paper, I can put through my Sizzix machine or my die cutting machine, and it will cut out the shape of the stamp or the image that I've stamped. So that'll be a fun thing to play with. And then I've also got Delightful Days, or Delightful Day, a bunch of different sayings, which is so handy to have. Posted for You. Those would make great little watercolor cards. Tasteful Touches. Isn't that amazing? You might look at that and go, well, what's that for? That would be a really nice background stamp. So you would ink up this stamp and maybe take that stamp, dab it on a scrap piece of paper until it's almost a little faded, then put it down, and then do a bolder image on the corner or the top of it. So the bolder image will stick out. This will almost be like a watermark. And then Birds and Branches, and that has a rubber band because that has a die set with it. And I also got an embossing folder. So this is textured on the inside. So it's all bumpy in that pattern. You stick a piece of paper in it, you squash it in the envelope, run it through that machine that flattens it, and then you come out with an embossed piece of paper. Trim off any that, doesn't show the embossing part. You can size this to the front of a card, and then you can embellish it with a stamped image and do some layered mounts. So that's what I got in that box. So thank you, Lisa. She stitches, she stamps, she probably does 100 other crafts. She is a dangerous woman. I love those. Oh, another Happy Mail. I got my issue of Just Cross Stitch, the autumn issue. I'm so excited about this. Part of it is because I just want it to be cooler outside, but the other part is that there's some beautiful stitches in here. And they talk about retreats and FLOSSTUBE. I wonder if I should do a quick flip through. I think I'll show you just a few because I'm sure somebody's going to show all of the stitches. But I did want to show you one that I thought was really interesting. Oh, and you guys know these. It's falling apart. I must have You guys know these bags that you can get, the mesh project bags? Look at that design that they give you to stitch. It looks like a lot of work, but I definitely want to try it because I think that's beautiful. And I know, I'm pretty sure Patty up at Lakeside sells these up in Greenville. Lakeside Stitches. I'm going to give her a call. Actually, I really want to just go up there. I need an excuse to go up there. I need to go up and see what she has. But there was a really cute one in here, and it took me a while, and I looked at it, and I went, oh. I wish I knew what page it was. It's going to be the last page I look on. Okay, so on page 74 of this issue, there's a peace tree, and I thought, well, I've seen a lot of those. But no, do you see the word peace? Isn't that cool? I absolutely love this stitch. And there's so many different things that you can stitch with or embellish this with. I think it's really cute. They also showed it. Let me see how I can do this without showing the pattern. They showed it done on a gray polka dot with blue. I love it. Very versatile. And now that I see the word peace, that's all I see. So I'm excited about that. Like, I don't need any more Christmas stitches, but that's okay, right? Anywho, that'll be exciting. I need to take that downstairs and put all kinds of little post-it notes in it. I ordered some stuff off of 123 Stitch so I could get started on my pigeon coop designs. And they had the DMC tubes on sale. I want to say they were 40% off. I can't remember. So I picked up some white 18. That's always handy. And I can always dye it if I want to. But my main reason for doing it was to go after the forest green that are used in the book. So I got a couple of pieces of this forest green. What count did I get? I got a 14 count, both sizes, or both pieces. My biggest fear was everybody was going to get their pigeon coop books and run out and buy all that green. I'm going to show you what I want to do. I think I have so many on the green that I really like. So there is Deer Trail. I love that. And I know I have this hoop. So that'll be a fast and quick stitch. And then this one is just beautiful. Now that would look great on a navy, but I really want to do it on the green. That's not a green. So those two, and I might do duplicates, but look at all the tabs I put in. Getting myself into trouble. Oh well. What else is on the list? I have gathered everything I need to start the last day of summer. I'm going to start a stitch along for anybody who has, I'm calling it Summer Quaker because I'm doing my Summer Quaker. But if you want to do your Halloween Quaker, or if you want to pick up and just keep working on your Quaker, we need to get started on, oh heavens, where did I put it? I thought it was right here. Where's my bag? I'll have to edit this. Okay, found my bag. So this is the one that I'll be starting, finally. September 22nd, the last day of summer for Summer Quaker. It might take me a year to get it done, or I might have it done by next summer, but I'm really excited about it. Got all my threads. I finally got my let's see, Fiber on a Whim latte. This is 18 count. I'm going to do it on that. And I located the frame that I will use. Now I usually stitch like this, but it's not going to fit on here. It's actually the width is too long. So I'll be stitching this way and I'll be just rolling it to the center when I need. But it fits nicely on this. So next step is just wash the fabric and then put it in my September box so I can pick it up on the 22nd of September and start the stitch. Very excited. But I do have the Halloween Quaker too. It's just that I've got 2 Halloween designs that I'm going to be showing probably next video that I've started, that I've been talking about forever. Some of you may have already guessed who they are or what they are. And I should take this down for my pigeon coop and wash that, size that up. I wanted to go through my nautical patterns. Maybe I should go grab that. Yeah, let me grab it. So I've grabbed 2 binders. I've grabbed one that has my white willow tribal charts in. My last video, I showed some of my cross stitches up in my camp, and one of them was a tribal stitch that a friend did for me. I have quite a collection of their charts, if I remember correctly. I know that a couple are bagged and ready to go. One I can't show because it's a secret stitch for somebody. But I wanted to see what other white willow stitches I had in case people are interested. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6, and I've done one of them. Oh, that sounds bad. I'm going to try not to take them out of the sleeve because it just might get noisy. So this one is a tribal pumpkin. Now this one my father did for my sister, and I really need to do it because when I saw it done, it's stunning. So that is white willow stitching. But isn't that cool? I don't know if they're still around. I'm sorry I didn't look that up before I got excited about this. But this was copyrighted in 2012. They should still be around. I would think you could still get their stuff. I have a really cool dragon. This is called Tribal Dragon. Actually, I have more than 6. Looks like I've got the sand dollar in here. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of working copies too. I don't know where the main one is. All right, let me pull this out so I can show you. This is really beautiful. So that's the sand dollar. And that is, oh, I don't know what the count is. But you need 3 skeins of one color and 1 skein of another. It's a substantial piece, so it's pretty big. Must be some information somewhere in this pile of papers that tells me what the count is. So that is sand dollar. Then I've got tribal turtle. He's kind of cute. I would do him on a bunch of different greens. Oh, and I have the seahorse. Isn't that beautiful? On an over-dyed fabric. Wow. I've got tribal reindeer. Oh, and I have a stingray too. I have more than what I thought I did. Now, is this the original? This looks like a working copy. That would be cute. And browns and greens. Tribal Stingray. There's something really soothing about stitching the pattern because it's shapes. So you can concentrate on a shape and feel like you're making progress. Okay, then I have Tribal Wine Glass. I like those purples. That's a little hard for me to look at. I meant to do that for my dad and I didn't get it done. Tribal Moon. I did this. It's downstairs with that glow-in-the-dark thread. And it was a horrible stitch. That stuff's not fun to work with. But it's a really cool effect. Now, I did do it on a dark blue. And it does glow. It's really cool. So I have it in the bedroom. It's something that glows when you charge it with the sun. So the more sun it gets, the brighter it glows at night. And of course, I don't expose it to a lot of sun because that'll just deteriorate the thread eventually. So it's really just like when I feel like putting it under a light and going, ah. But that's a nice stitch. Tribal Moon. And then I have the other one that I can't show. Okay, so that was Tribal Stitches. I wanted to look at my nautical. This says nautical patterns. Let's see if it's all nautical. It might be. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I have to go grab something off the wall. So this was exciting because as soon as I opened up the binder, I found this. And this is hanging in the craft room. It's something that I finally finished and did in 2016. And it's from Better Homes and Garden Cross Stitch and Country Crafts from 1992. I had it forever and I finally stitched it in 2016, framed it, and now I can put the information on the back. I don't know what light blue Ada that I used. I did do the mat and the framing myself, but I had to have it. So let's see. Cross Stitch and Country Crafts Magazine, March, April issue, 1992. This was designed by Maureen Doherty, and then I stitched it rather quickly. It's a simple stitch, but I just love how it came out. Let me show you the magazine. And it's really weird because I just saw this magazine. I think it was you, Spools, who showed it. Somebody showed it. We said, is that a doll or is that a little girl? It's kind of, the proportions are wrong. I don't know. I just thought it was creepy. Maybe because I was in a Halloween mood. 1992. But I have it in my nautical binder in the event that anything should happen to that stitch. I have a hard time getting rid of patterns that I own because I like to do things more than once sometimes. Or sometimes you just realize, oh, that would be perfect for somebody. I enjoyed stitching that. I don't mind doing it again. Sometimes. Let me get rid of that pencil. Oh, I wish I had this up here. This is a cute little stitch. This is called Flare Imagine. I think I got this at Celebrations one year. It's a teeny tiny stitch, and it's in a teeny tiny frame. And I want to say it's in my kitchen. I have these itty bitty little portraits all over the house. Some of them are Christmas, but I do have a lot of everyday ones. And I remember stitching this 1/1. Does it say what the fabric was? It was 32 count linen. I did it 1/1. It was tricky. It's a bent creek. Yeah, imagine. That was fun to do. I wondered where that was. Of course, it's in my nautical binder. I've always meant to do this. This is a Rosewood Manor, so this is where I have problems. Do I keep this in my Rosewood Manors? Do I keep it in my nauticals? Sailing ships. I don't know what year this came out. This is pretty old. And I think this I picked up at a Celebrations. Always wanted to do this, but don't quite have the fabric for it yet. This is Leave a Light On. It's a Teresa Lehman design. I think that's really nice. I think the right kind of dark blue when it speaks to me and when I need to pull a chart to do, because right now I don't need to, I have enough. The other side of this is the Cape Cod Girls. I did this on top of a like a shaker purse bag. And it says, Cape Cod girls got no combs. They comb their hair with codfish bones. Also in here, I have a pucker brush. This looks like something I might have picked up at a thrift store. Well, I know my husband would love this. But he's going to have to wait if he wants the Portland Light. That's all I have to say about that. I have Village Harbor, which is a Linda Myers. Isn't that cute? So that's a Linda Myers. That was put up by the Art of Cross Stitch. And then I have a couple. Wait a minute. No, it's just one thick. I thought, wait a minute, do I have two? It's a very thick chart book. Stony Creek Landmarks of the Waterways. They're really well done. I'm going to have to do one or two of these. This chart came from Michigan. I wonder if I got it on a stash unload or something. Oh, and I love this one. I might have to take this one out. It's in a double wrap. I don't know why. Cross My Heart. This is just the lighthouses. Truly wonderful. There's another two on the back. Look at that one. I don't know about doing all those rocks. Then I have... Oh, that's empty. I must have something floating around in a project bag. Oh, this was fun. I wonder where this stitch is. Maybe I've showed this one. This was a kit that I did. It was a dimensions kit. It's hanging up somewhere. It might be in my husband's office. But it came with a mat board back in the day. That was awful handy. And that was when they were made in the USA. Oh, this was fun. I remember this because I have this downstairs. This was a kit that had this design in it and that frame. And I did that for my husband. That's downstairs. It's a teeny tiny stitch. But that was a lot of fun. That's the Creative Circle, and it's called Clipper Ship, and it was from 1982. Wow. And does it say what the fabric was? No, it doesn't. Oh, I showed you guys this. So that's the Bent Creek that I showed my last video. But you see, the fabric's darker, so the lighthouse pops better. I should have done it on maybe one of my, is it called Dirty Bag or something? It would have been nice. I might redo this. That was in 1998. I don't remember it. Was that labeled on the back? Might be. Oh, I have another Cape Cod map. And this one is by Busy Finger Designs from 1995. That's pretty nice. And then, of course, I kept all the chart and information from my kit that I did on the Titanic. Took me 7 years to do the Titanic. The Wolves will take me longer. But that was a Dimensions kit from, does it say what year? Probably not. I'm not going to pull it all out. But I'm glad I kept all that because I don't think you can get that chart anymore. Oh. Then I have Seaside Collection by Ray Davenport. Do you guys remember these? I know I bought this chart so long ago that it was before I had the confidence to stitch something, I think, so intricate. Because if I remember, the chart just made me go, oh. It's not a drawn chart. It's computer generated, or yeah, computer generated. You know how some of the charts back in the day were all hand symboled and it was just so confusing to our eyes? This one doesn't look difficult at all. Yeah, I might try this one. This would be pretty to get done and maybe put in one of our bathrooms, our guest bathroom, which doesn't get too much humidity. Then I have Seascapes 1, 2. I'm missing 3. 4 and 5. Now I need to go look to see if I need to collect Seaside 3. So, Seascapes 1. We've got lighthouses. Oh, we've got stuff on the back too. Whole bunch of stuff. And a really cool bell pull. And then 2, we have, this is where I got the sextant. I took that sextant and did a sweatshirt for my husband. And he still has it and loves it. It must have been over 18 years ago. Maybe 20 years ago. I have to tell him I found his sextant. Look at that. This is gonna make me hungry. I'm gonna want lobster. This is nicely done. Seascapes 4. Oh, that's got some great designs. I like that one. And the heron. And the front one underneath the sailor, it says, I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky, and all I ask is a tall ship, and a star to steer her by. That's cute. And then Seascapes 5. Oh, you guys, this has a mermaid. That's cool. And that's really nice. That's Seascapes 5. And I think you would search under Tidewater Originals for any of the Seascapes. They're all stamped with Tidewater Originals. That mermaid I think I'll do too for some bathroom design. Oh, they've got sandpipers in the back. That's really neat. But the whales and dolphins is nice. The whales and dolphins actually has everybody listed, so you can learn your... It's got humpback whale, blue whale, sperm whale, gray whale, common dolphin, killer whale, bottlenose, Atlantic whiteside. That's nice. And this one looks like a hand-drawn. Is it? Yep. Oh. Hand-drawn symbols. 1988. It's still good. So I guess I'm going to have to go look for Seascapes 3. Let me just make a note of that. Where can I make a note of that? I'll make a note of that. I have to figure out how to get these all back in to the binder without the 3-ring section giving away. Oh, heavens. So, big plans. I have a fair coming up. The state fair, or the county fair, I should say. County fair. And then we have a book fair coming up, which I'm anxious to go to. Been reading an awful lot of books. And I've been to the dump like 3 or 4 times and not found anything of excitement to show you. But I did find 4 books. And I can't remember any of the titles off the top of my head. Fantastic reads. So I've devoured 2 of them already. And that's been fun. And I really want to set up my GoPro now to do like a little carding thing to maybe tag onto this or do as a bonus video. Also, not just carding, but the counting needles, which I call knit picks because I use them to pick out my mistakes since it's heavy on one end with the beads and the needle is so long, it's easier for me to use it for frogging and to pick something out, so I call it a knit pick. So I'm gonna go put some stuff away. I can proudly say that I can still walk all the way around my tables. It's feeling good. I'm going to put a little more away off my tables and have a finishing space, so hopefully I'll have another fully finished and framed item to show you in my next video. Until then, you guys, happy stitching and be safe. Have a great week.
Regular bacon and sausage, brown turkey bacon, turkey sausage.
I feel like I should get it somewhere.
Breakfast potato, have some breadcrumbing, and the scrambled egg is ready.
Yes, that. Just fine. Okay, so I'll be there. I'm saying whatever. Okay, bye. Food on the table if you wanted to eat. Okay. Now how's it?
Stop chewing on the dog. Hey. Be nice. Gentle. Gentle. Stop it. Oh! Hey, gentle.
Wednesday, northbound exit 7 ramp will be closed from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Until regulatory officials say all of this work is well dependent, of course, and will change if necessary.
Part of a road in Ellsworth will be closed to start tomorrow.